Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Taurus, this is your intuitive tarot reading for May the 4th to the 17th. It's actually for a 2-week period this time around, just because I've been a little bit sick lately. So what we've got here for you is we have the Yes Oracle card, which is a very clear sign from the universe here. We have the Pitta Oracle card behind that. We have the powerful energy of Judgment, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Lots going on here, Taurus. I really feel a big reassessment of, where your sense of energy and enthusiasm and where you've been actually investing your time and energy. And, you're really moving into a time where you're demanding more from your life. You're really wanting the return for investment. You're not just wanting things that, give you a few pentacles in return. You're really wanting that Ten of Pentacles reality. We do see some kind of ending here, very definite with Judgment and the Ten of Swords. But we have to remember that every ending is the start of a new beginning. And that's exactly what we see here with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Really time to refocus your energy and really hold, in your desire, what you truly want for your life, because that energy is coming in. So let's go to the Oracle cards before the Tarot. Now we've got Pitta here. Now Pitta is the fiery dosha, and it's about being powerful and strong-willed and feisty. And I really feel that that's what you're moving into this week. In the past energies, I see that there might have been a greater sense of apathy or going along with it, or just sort of accepting your lot. I think the next chapter, definitely over the next month or so, is really going to be about you putting some new foundations in place and really calling in what you truly desire. No more going with the flow, always going along with things. I think you're really going to take the reins of your life. You're going through a clearing under this Judgment energy, and you're creating space for the things that you truly want to come in. But that all starts with, really getting that fire in your belly and sending those clear messages to the universe of what you're available for and no longer available for, by allowing, people that don't serve you to fall away, and, really aligning your own energy so that you call in the good stuff that you truly desire. And we have Yes. I love this Oracle card, guys. This one here is about a strong 100% alignment in a decision that you might have been trying to make, or a new direction in your life. Now the universe is saying yes, it is time to move forward. It's time to move forward, maybe with those plans that you've been putting in place, with that new career, maybe a business idea, with a new romance. You'll know what it is for you. But if there has been something that you've been trying to decide about, the universe is saying just say yes, and to not overthink it, and really listen to the wisdom of the body and move forward this week. Okay, let's start in the recent past. Hanged Man and the Seven of Pentacles. So as I mentioned, I feel like you are about to move into a period of forward movement, of, stepping into your power, of saying yes, of moving forward with an important decision or movement in your life. But it comes after a period where you might have been in a bit of a holding pattern. You might have been a bit stuck or a bit stagnant. In the Seven of Pentacles, we see somebody who has achieved a certain amount of success in a situation, but there's a sense of apathy, or still a sense of, maybe I had to put in just too much time, effort, energy, and hard work for what I've really gotten back from it. And it's kind of that feeling of, if this is as good as it's going to get, then maybe there's something I'm seeking, maybe there's something greater that I'm seeking. For some of you, the success that you achieved in the situation might have been more material or financial. You might have got yourself in a relationship and it was great at the start, but it became more of a, financial partnership, a business partnership. You stayed together because you were making it easy for each other in that particular way. Maybe some of you stayed in a job because it was giving you the financial rewards. But what I'm thinking that you're truly desiring, Taurus, is you're really truly desiring Cups energy. You're really truly desiring what's coming in for you in the near future. Emotional fulfillment, joy, love, satisfaction, and harmony. There's really a sense of, reevaluating what does bring you value in your life, what does fulfill you. And I think that's what you're trying to figure out. The Hanged Man, has got that element of being a bit suspended, maybe feeling a little bit stuck at the moment. But the Hanged Man is not just stuck because, there's no action going on. Internally, you're working that spiritual alchemy to gather the information you need in order to move forward. So I think that information is you really sort of figuring out now, okay, if this is not fulfilling me, if this is not bringing me the satisfaction that I desire, then what will? And I feel like that's the information that you're gathering, and that kind of, you'll get to that light bulb moment where you truly know what changes you need to make in your life in order for that to happen. Yeah, so it's really it's a reevaluation, and I think while you were in that period, you sort of felt like maybe there wasn't a lot of forward movement going on, but it's a really necessary part of the process, really necessary part of laying that foundation. And, the Hangman can also mean that maybe you need to see things from a completely different perspective. If we do what we always did, we get what we always got. So how can we do things differently? Maybe some of you need to take a complete, 180 or 360 degree change in a situation. Maybe some of you need to drop some past conditioning. In terms of our relationships, they can look exactly how we want them to. They don't have to look like the traditional model. Or, with work, how can we work differently? Do we have to go back into a 9 to 5? Or can we get a working from home situation? Can we, work in our own business? Can we do some freelance work? It might be taking a whole new approach to a certain situation for you. So some of you might need to take a different perspective. And the Hangman also asks you to surrender, to accept, to die that death of the Hanged Man, meaning to let go of the old way of doing things and explore the new. And I feel that obviously whatever ending this is coming up for you is what you need to release in order to get to that new level of fulfillment that you desire, in order to bring in that greater sense of investment. So Judgment and Ten of Swords, guys, for me is very much a definite ending. And Judgment is that wake-up call. So I feel that when you get to that aha moment, you figure out what it is that needs to change in your life, then you just need to move forward with it. And I feel like you're really going to hear that angel's call, that wake-up call, that really is that light bulb moment of the Hanged Man. And then the universe is saying, once you've figured out what that change is, yes, go for it. End it. Let the person go, the situation go. The way of being, whatever it is for you that you need to release, the time is fertile and just, it's ripe right now to do that. Because the sense with the Judgment card is that whatever situation that you are freeing yourself from or liberating yourself from, it was keeping you some sort of small, some kind of stuck, some kind of confined, and there is something far greater waiting for you. Even if you did, like I said, build a certain amount of success, there's greater success to be had if you can rise above, if you can release. And there might be a certain amount of vulnerability in that through letting a situation go, especially if it's something that did keep you, financially secure or stable in some way. But we have to keep in mind that there's better things on the way. My goodness, there is. So the Ten of Swords can be an ending that can be a bit more painful. It could be quite sudden as well. I really feel like there's going to be a final piece that falls into place, and then all of a sudden it's like, yes, I know what I need to do. And for the other party involved, it could be a little bit of a surprise as well. So there could be a sense of it coming as some kind of betrayal or shock. So really being gentle in communication and with bringing this situation to a close. But the Ten of Swords, it shows this new dawn, this new day, just ready to burst and eclipse this darkness. And we've got to remember that, with every ending, it really is the first stage of new beginning as well. So that's what we're seeing here. Judgment can be the card of forgiveness, second chances. So is there anything that you need to, forgive and forget and let go of? Is there any way that you can, redesign or redefine the situation and give it a give it a new start in a different direction? But if so, I really feel with the Hanged Man energy and the spread, it needs to be done from a completely different place, from a completely different perspective. So really letting go of conditioning if it's a relationship and trying something new, or maybe even joining a different team within that workplace, or trying a different kind of working hours or arrangement. But I feel like after that release, that is when everything changes, Taurus. Look at these cards. Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and I drew a second one for the Knight of Cups and not Ten of Pentacles. So, if many of you have been stuck in that Seven of Pentacles reality for a while, this is the shift that needs to happen to bring in the rest of those pentacles, to reach the final stages that you've been desiring of, this can be the money card, but it's the greatest sense of security, stability, having all the material resources, having the beautiful home, the family, the partner. This is one of the living your best life cards. And that Knight of Cups, there's an opportunity, an emotional opportunity that's set to come in for you that's going to kind of initiate this. And I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is where it's going to happen, where it's going to lead. So this Knight of Cups, it can be a water sign person coming in. So that would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Or it's some kind of offer that fulfills you on an emotional level. So you'll know what it is for you guys because this is a general reading, but it could be, a romantic offer. It can be an apology, a new friendship, that kind of thing. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, there's really a reminder to focus your energies now. And I really think that is to focus your energies on what you really want to manifest with this situation moving forward. Because there is that sense with the Seven of Pentacles of kind of going along with it or accepting your lot. Now the Queen of Pentacles decides that, I'm not going to settle for all these seven kind of pentacles that are not really ticking the boxes. I'm just choosing one. But I'm going to love it. I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to focus on the seed, on this pentacle. And my goodness, when I do that, it grows and it expands into the reality that I truly desire. So with that opportunity that comes in, you're being asked to be the Queen of Pentacles with it, to put your focus on it truly, and to really nurture it. And the Queen of Pentacles, she also links to the Devil energy, which is the card of Capricorn. So it says that in order to get to this reality, some of you have had to release toxic situations or, release binds or shatter illusions. But it's through working that process of release that we clear the energetic space for these kinds of things to come in. And like I said before, that Ten of Pentacles, if that's where you're heading, that is honestly the best case scenario. It's such a beautiful card. It can also be a financial windfall or some kind of money coming in for you. But it really talks of, joy, harmony, having all the material resources, also having the beautiful home life or the business or whatever it is that you truly desire, along with potentially love, satisfaction, emotional fulfillment. Beautiful. So that's really exciting, Taurus. Really excited for you. So the answer is yes this week, to really, release what's no longer serving you. Okay, I'm going to finish off by drawing a couple of keywords just to finish out the reading. That one looks like it's jumping. Prudence. Okay, and one more. Harmony, and actually acceptance jumped out as well. So let's talk about those ones. Okay, so prudence, guys, that talks about being a little bit cautious. So, of course, we do have quite a, maybe potentially a harsh ending here. So just being cautious, respecting the other party, just being gentle in your communication and that kind of thing. And harmony, for me, that is absolutely, where you're heading into that place of joy, love and harmony with that Knight of Cups energy. So just keep in mind that although things might be a little bit tumultuous, if there is an ending involved, that this is what we're calling in, we're clearing the space for that. And acceptance, we talked about that with the Hanged Man, that, sometimes we just need to accept that this is how life is going and that there are things that we need to release. And, it's when we get to that place of acceptance, it's kind of like the alchemical, switch gets flicked. That's when we can really surrender, and we can really surrender to change or from, to taking that new perspective that's truly required. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for everyone. Feel free to leave me a comment. I read them all. I love hearing them and, hearing what's playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.